Yeah, you missed me, haven't you? 2 days, 3 days. My last post was a time lapse. I went, here's another time lapse. I'll be back later on with some interesting lunar eclipse stuff. That was 3 days ago. I gambled on one day, hoping that the sun would come out. That was the day after the eclipse, after the time lapse. Then I've got some other stuff going on, and the weather. We just got rained out. But the lunar eclipse, I am still there. I've got to share this interesting stuff, as I said. There's so many lies going on this planet right now, and some of the stuff going on makes this look trivial. But it is not trivial because the lies are everywhere. And that lunar eclipse the other night, it is not all it was cracked up to be, or it was, but it wasn't. There were things happening that lunar eclipse that don't happen, all right? Well, we're going to have a popcorn moment as well. So what I have this program, right? This program. It is an insult to your intelligence like you cannot believe, okay? Now, look at, this was alive, it was running live as the lunar eclipse was taking place. Now, can you see something there? Both of those pics were taken at the same time. They were live images of the lunar eclipse. Can you see something here? Dunedin in New Zealand, Yucca Valley in California. Now, what it is suggesting there is the people at Yucca Valley, California are seeing the left-hand side of the moon lit up. And it suggested that down in Dunedin, in New Zealand, it's 180 degrees out. This is, you've heard me say, it's flat, round, whatever. It's not about that as much as it is about the lies that science keeps pumping to try to prove it's round. Now this right here, listen folks, this right here does not happen. California, New Zealand. You think you're going to be looking up at the moon from California and seeing that, and you think in New Zealand they're looking up at the sky and seeing that? Seriously? Let me show you something. And this is about, it's a little bit more than common sense, but now what we have here, as usual, to scale, a 30 centimetre planet Earth, a 9 metre gap between this 30 centimetre diameter planet Earth and that 8.3 centimetre diameter moon. See it there? There it is. Okay, that is perfectly to scale, give or take a centimetre, to a 3,747 kilometre diameter moon, an average distance of 384,000 kilometres, and I'll now call this Earth instead of the moon, a 12,742 kilometre diameter Earth. I said the moon first because obviously focus is about the moon and he's got me. Yeah. Right, now, the solar eclipse. They are giving you this Mickey Mouseness. Okay? Yucca Valley, California, and New Zealand, both live, taken at the same time. Now, just so that we don't forget, I actually went to the camera house to get. That's how much it rattled me. I took a picture of my TV screen when I saw this. Like, what the what's this? Right? And now, if you look, so that's Perth, Australia. That's the New Zealand one, all right? But let's just look at the Perth one. And it's ever so red, isn't it? Orange. Why isn't Yucca Valley, California orange? Now, look at the pattern on Yucca. Look at the pattern on Perth. It's 180 degrees out. It's suggesting that we would be seeing, look, this is so stupid. There was actually a guy, his name was Noah Petro, a chap from NASA, about it's an insult to your intelligence. This is why I do this, because it is all lies. And this thinking that you'd see the moon looking differently from different parts of the planet when everybody was looking at it, it's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to quickly turn this around, because what we have on this side, right? So you should just about be able to see New Zealand there, right? And California at the same time. Just now, you picture the moon. Look, I'm going to turn this around, right? Thumb, California, New Zealand. And for that matter, Perth over there. If I turn this around, the distance to that moon, right? The distance to that moon, there would not be that much of a delay, right? In Perth seeing the moon, after, in fact, Perth and California would see the moon at the very same time, okay? And I could probably prove that with a freaking laser. In fact, I'm gonna. So we're going to go walk about in a minute. This is spontaneous. Right. Now, so don't turn around. Right, first things first. First things first. Let me show you what I mean. For those people going, no, well, of course they'd see it. Look. Let me show you why they wouldn't. In California, one would presume that the moon comes up in the east, yeah? And it sets in the west. Just the same, going to do a trick. Oh, look at that. Just the same as everywhere else on planet Earth. There's two colours on here, right? That planet would be spinning anti-clockwise, faster than this is orbiting. So this would give the appearance of moving from east to west. So California, it comes up in the east. New Zealand then sees it. Then Perth, this planet's spinning that way, and this is going like that. When does anybody see it like this? It's tidally locked. If it's round, which I very much doubt it is lately, the moon is tidally locked to planet Earth. So as Earth is spinning that way, this is tidally locked. Tidally locked. That means no Do you get that? It's tidally locked. It rises for everybody in the east and it sets in the west like this, not like that. It doesn't change for anybody. It's the attempts that they are making to have people thinking we're upside down here. It comes up from the east and it sets in the west, the same as you guys have it, same as the UK has it, same as Spain, the same as everywhere else on this planet. It comes up in the east and it sets in the west, and it's tidally locked. The same face is facing us all the time. It does not turn upside down, and nobody sees it upside down. This program really revved me up. I saw some comments. These poor people. Oh, I'm so glad you guys got this on. I got clouds above me. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. People are believing this is real. This is not real. It is a fabricated program, and I'm going to show you why. Like I said, this round flat, it's more about the lies, the constant steady stream of lies that they keep throwing at everybody to try to make it round. The gravity thing, just everything, the space, the pics. Nobody's been to the moon. Freaking but honestly, it may. I'm revved. It may seem somewhat trivial because of everything that's going on with these freaking celebrities eating babies and shit, but it's the lies. That's why I'm here to talk about that interesting stuff that I had on the lunar eclipse. Oh, not to mention that when I saw, so I'm down in Australia, which is facing you right now. It shouldn't be. Alright, look. I know my way around the planet and the moon. I thought I did. Right? But obviously, it's been a whole crock of lies, so I know where things are wrong then, don't I? Because I understand how it works. Turning. I saw the moon rise like it always does in the east, from the east. Right? Please, Earth, do me a favour. Right there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll do. Right. It rose in the east. I'm in Australia. I see it come up. It's lit up and it goes dark from the bottom up. So if it's lit up and the sun was that way, that means it would have dropped. The only way for it to be eclipsed from the bottom up is if it had dropped. But it didn't drop because it's equatorial, isn't it? And then it got bright from the top right hand corner as it came across. How does that happen? Chasing the sun. Look. And then the time lapse where it was, the stars were travelling at the same speed. It's insane. There's something up. Those people who think they understand the science, this is the thing. This is the thing. You don't understand the science. Same as you don't understand the science with the speed of light. You don't understand the science if you think that it is finite and travelling at 299,792 kilometres per second. Before we jump to this programme, reasons for the different colours. That's another thing. That's another thing. Folks, there's planet Earth down there, right? The sun, let me just put this lamp on. Let me just unplug your umbilical cord. Right, you probably can't see the lamp. I was going to do this last night and then thought, oh, I gambled. There was supposed to be a bit of a break this morning. The sun nearly came out, but didn't. So here we are. Now, this lamp, right, it's the sun and it's shining just like it is now. But America, California and Australia are the other side, right? So why has it done that again? Right, so the sun is shining onto the back of here, woof. Everybody's looking down there at the moon. It is approximately, on average, the average distance, it's probably all live, 384,000 kilometres away. Now, let me show you something. You can see the planet, it's there, you can see where the moon is, and Australia and America, to some degree, see the moon at the very same time. When it's rising up in my east, you can still see it in your west. Now, if the moon was going to be a colour, everybody would see it the same, wouldn't they? If that red was on the moon, right? People in California are going to see it, and so are the people in Australia. In fact, it doesn't matter which country you're in. If you can see the moon and it has red colour on it, on the only side that is facing us, everybody sees it. Therefore, where is the logic in these different colours? It does not make sense. It does not make sense. You would not expect anybody looking at the moon from this planet, that distance, to see a different coloured moon. If there was clouds in the sky, maybe block the moon. Everybody is looking away from the planet. We're looking up. We're not looking horizon, we're looking up. The atmosphere doesn't come into this, right? Our atmosphere, but we're looking straight up. Why so many different shades? And when I say different, we're talking different shades and different ways up, aren't we? It's ridiculous, is what it is. I actually was so revved up, I had to get too blown up. That's Yucca Valley, and that's Perth. Look, 180 degrees out. There has, well, I was going to say there has never been an insult to people's intelligence like this, but it would be a lie. Because every single day you're having your intelligence insulted and you don't realise. And I'm telling you, and you're fighting it. Reasons. All of Earth's sunsets go to the moon. So during a lunar eclipse, because the sun's behind and it's picking up the atmosphere, whoosh, all of these sunsets, these are explanations from the educated folk with PhDs and shit. all of the sunsets on planet Earth are playing out on the moon, which is why we see it red. But hang on, why does Santa Fe not see it red? Why does Hawaii not see it red? Why does... It is not logical. Then we have Earth's atmosphere scatters blue light, only red remains. Oh! Absolute light. Solar eclipse. Sun is directly behind La Luna. There is no delay. There is no delay. It's absolute light. Therefore, you do not wait for photons to come to you to then give you a colour printout. You see things where they are. Boom! Your eyesight is absolute. It travels at the same speed as light. Why wouldn't it? You can see a light source in the night sky when you're looking up there. Bang! If it turns on, you see it like that. Your eyesight complements absolute light. They work together as one. Other reasons for different colour. Different equipment. Different cameras, different lenses. But it's all the same mob. Time and date. I feel like hitting that phone just to vent a bit. And what was the other thing? There was one more reason. This is it from one program. So, no. Whatever was going on, whatever we're going to see now, it was local. It was happening locally. Flat, round, somehow, I don't know. But this attempt to make it seem round, what a failure. And a NASA representative talking. And the two commentators are believing every word. You don't know who's lying and who's stupid. Seriously. Is this planet being run by idiots who are idiots? Or is it being run by intelligent people and they're having us on? I said I'd come back with some stuff. So the way we're going to play this, I've got loads of different glitches. It goes on for about 7 hours, this thing. It starts at the beginning of the penumbra. It starts at the penumbra starts, and then the partial starts, and then the full eclipse, and then boom, boom, it winds down. I couldn't watch anymore. So I have all of these times, right? You could make a note of them and have a look yourself. And then next to the times, I put kind of what glitch it is. So what we'll do, we'll turn around, no messing about. I know you like your movies and your little popcorn and sitting in the dark with a pretty girl at the back. No messing about, okay? Take it seriously. I'll go to one and then I'll pause you guys. Don't play up. I'll skip to the next one. That way I miss the ads. I'm going to keep the volume down because I can't listen to those people. We're not going to listen to any NASA personnel. We don't need any rubbish. And so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, about 25 glitches, proper glitches. So I will fast forward, pause you guys and fast forward. So I will turn you off now. You won't know. And we will start. As soon as I see you in a second, we'll be on the first one. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, welcome folks. We're going to start with let me just close this. See the light there. All right. Now, first absurdity. I have to appreciate I've watched a few hours of this just to do this because I saw the absurdities and it was driving me nuts. Right. It's just started. We're 18 minutes 30 in. Live total lunar eclipse, blood moon, March 2nd, 3rd, 2026. Time and date, 381,000 views. Look at this, watch. Look. What's this moon turning? What's that? What? Now, it does not turn. It is tidally locked to us. It orbits us along the equator. So we always see the same face It does not do that. It's just insane. It doesn't do that. I can't do anything about the pictures of the liars and the charlatans down at the bottom. Alright, I'm going to pause you, we're going to the next one. Here it is, folks. The big one, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Yucca Valley, top right, and then Waimea, Hawaii. Waimea. Now look at the different directions. You can tell by this patch there, look, it's going down that way there, down that way there, and facing that way there. That isn't logical. From California, from Hawaii, from New Mexico, everybody would be seeing the same. It would be facing the same way. It's just, this is criminal. This is criminal is what it is. Just because you're in different places, it would hardly have moved. It is orbiting us from east to west, isn't it? Oh God. Right, I'm going to pause you. Going to the next one. All right, this is all about Santa Fe in the top right hand corner. Watch. I could zoom in, but you're going to miss out on Hawaii's got a live one. Keep your eye on Santa Fe. Oh, we'll zoom in. Watch. Gonna do one in a minute. Look. And people think this is real. You think this is real? That those are just glitches in the matrix, glitches with the cameras. Far out. Look at this. Look! It's an embarrassment to the whole of the human race. This is, look at it. Honestly, can you hear me? I struggle watching this stuff. Right, we're going to go to the next one. All right, Dunedin is going to pop into view where Santa Fe is in the middle one, or the bottom right. We don't count the moonlight map, right? Santa Fe is bottom right, and Waimea, Hawaii, is the top right. Now watch Santa Fe. There we go, Dunedin. Oh, is that colour right? Can we get another shade going? That's better. It's a bit bright before, isn't it? Look. We'll be back for the next one. All right, bottom right. We've got a bit of a lighting problem with Hawaii at the moment. Somebody's maybe spilt water onto the plug socket or something. Gets a bit windy as well. It goes on to rock and roll. Look, see the colour? Oh, it was shaped for ages. All right, we're going to the next one. Got proper Hawaiian shape coming up here. That was good. I think we'll get just to what's going on. Insult to your intelligence, people saying thanks for doing this program, because you were freaking clouded over in the sky and you appreciate what they've done for you. Back in a minute. Well, we're on Hawaii. Hawaii is another hissy fit. It's worth a watch. Go on, Hawaii. Somebody's definitely kicked the switch or something. Somebody's having trouble getting the switch back into the plug, into the socket. Alright, that could be it. Alright, I'm not going to waste any time. We'll be back. Okay, we've got a change of view. We've got Santa Fe there on the big one. And we have Hawaii at the top. And enter. We're going to have a quick switch over here. Come on, there we go. Yucca Valley, California. Boy, it's bright in Yucca, isn't it? That's proper bright there, isn't it? Oh, oh. Look at the different views. Look at them. Well, you can't make out that one in, but look at Hawaii. And you can see that pattern. There's the dot. It's down at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Down there, that dot is there. Look, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, isn't it? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. Oh, what's this? Yucca Valley. Oh, we've got Yucca Valley here. So we've got Yucca Valley there. Look how bright it is. And we have Yucca Valley here. Does that look the same? Look at this. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Look, that one on the bottom right hand one, the really bright one, looks like that is more or less nearly in the middle. But here, look, it's not anywhere near the middle. It's the same place. Look, people, how can you fall for this rubbish? Oh, it's a worry. It's a worry. It really is. Can you not hear what it's doing to me? All right, we'll be back for some more in a minute. All right, Hawaii does a disappearing act here. Top right. Oh, come back. Stop it. Crazy. That was windy, wasn't it? Must be the telescope. Whoosh. Luckily, the person who's filming it down on Hawaii saw it and grabbed the telescope just before it started spinning around. All right, we're back in a minute. All right, we've got Hawaii disappearing and Dunedin appearing. Watch. Hawaii's going to get a bit shaky before it goes. A bit annoyed. Watch. A bit annoyed there. Oh, and we have, look, watch. Now, I might have said watch for nothing. The pattern. Look, you think that down under we're seeing the sun shining on the top of the moon, and you guys in Yucca are seeing it on the bottom. It's insane. Look, it's turned 180 degrees. Look, if people cannot see, if you think this is normal, you are in biggest troubles. Muchos problemas, porque esto no funciona. Que esto no funciona. Pero ni un poquito, que no funciona. Está todo al revés. All right, back in a sec. Okay, we have Dunedin's going to disappear for some Santa Fe, and I think that Yucca, the big one, is going to go through some colour changes. Just a few, bit glitchy, that's all. So we're looking at the bottom right. Now we have Santa Fe. Let's focus on Santa Fe right now. As if the moon would be so different as viewed from Yucca and Santa Fe. Honestly. Come on, Santa Fe, don't let us down. Do that crazy thing. Bit of a colour, you watch it, there's a bit of colour change going on in a minute. Ah. Bit more. I'll throw some red in there for crying out loud. Come on. Not that much, that's better. Well, don't make it too obvious. I'll zoom out so that we can see Yucca, because Yucca's going through some changes as well. I'm going through changes. Life is so sad. Look at Santa Fe. Look, somebody switch it back on. Oh, no, 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 no. That's better. Leave it on, please. It's a lunar eclipse, folks. Not musical chairs. How can, look, how have they got the nerve to air this? This is what I don't get. How can people, what kind of a planet is this? It's like the blind leading the blind. I wouldn't dare go back to the comments because I would lose my shit. Seriously. Right, we'll be back. Can you hear me though? Oh, I just want to slap people who are in charge. Right, back in a sec. All right, we've got some Dunedin coming up into the top right and Yucca Valley going to stay in the bottom left. So we will have just the two of them. Here we go, look. Santa Fe, you can do one. Off you go. Santa Fe. Right, look, Dunedin, see how that pattern is 180 degrees. Isn't it? It's not the lie that bothers me, it's the insult to my fucking intelligence. Look! It's just, but people believe it. This is their effort. This is how they try to make people believe the planet is round. Because there'll be thickos out there going, oh, have you noticed, people? So we do live on a round planet because, no, we don't. I've already explained. Sorry about that attitude, folks, but this is taxing for me. All right, we'll be back. We are going to switch from Dunedin in the top right and Yucca Valley in the big one, bottom left, to a switcho. Dunedin's going to become big and Yucca Valley is going to become small. See if there's a colour change. Huh. Alrighty. Look at that. Look at that. As if we're seeing it 100. I can't. I'm just going to be quiet and get through this without breaking something. Alright, just wanted to show you the switcheroo. Back in a sec. Alright, we've got an orb coming up. See if you can spot the orb. Wait, see, oh, there's the orb. See Perth, bottom left, bottom right. Look. Nice to see Perth come into view. It's a little bit smoggy or something, isn't it? Yucca Valley seems to have had an excellent view, isn't it, throughout. Poor Perth. I'm sure it will pick the pace up. I know it will pick the pace up. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Well, we lose Dunedin here. Like, get the rest of get the Milky Way, I think. Ding! I know, it's a silly one. That could have been a glitch, couldn't it? A change of something. Change of something. Change of freaking job is what these people need. Let's just see random. Is there anything happening here? Good old Yucca Valley. Come on, Perth. Come on to Perth. Alright, see you in a minute. Remember Hawaii? It was always blue. It didn't seem to have any redness. Look, all of a sudden it's red. But hang on there. Maybe somebody made a mistake. Maybe somebody needs to switch that. Quick, smart. That's better. Santa Fe. Nuevo Mexico. Huh. It's a cracker, that Santa Fe. Whoever's in charge of that telescope, he's on the gear. He's on the wacky backy, I'd say, at least. I'll do one of those pirouettes that you do. Actually, Yucca Valley, you don't want to miss, there's a bit of a show going on with Yucca here. It's changing the shades of red. Yeah, look. So I didn't notice that with the moon, my upside down moon, when I was watching it from down here, upside down. I didn't notice it doing that. It changing its shade. Maybe it's just the Yucca Valley, California thing. All right, back in a minute. We'll see a bit of a pickup from Perth here. I mean, it's been dark for a while, so it'd be good to get a bit brighter, I think, don't you? There we go, that's a bit better. Thank you. All right, back in a minute. Right, Santa Fe glitches a little bit here, so... Oh, where's it gone? Right in there. Oh, maybe that was the glitch. Let me just pause you and have a look again. Yeah, it was just that. There you go. Boom. It wasn't much of a glitch, but a glitch is a glitch. Yeah, back in a bit. And we're going to have a Perth glitch in a minute. Look at that beautiful orange colour, isn't it? Go on. Oh yeah! Can we come back down there, please, Perth? That would have been a right neck breaker, wouldn't it? Ooh. Alright, we are stuck with Yucca Valley for now, and we'll get back to you as there's Santa Fe. Don't trust that Santa Fe, it goes all over the shop. Right, 2 minutes and 34. We'll come back to the end. Yeah, I've only done a couple of hours, right? 2:32, so let's go 2:34. Alright. Let's just see what happens here. I think 2:34, Santa Fe has a few glitches. Bottom right. Santa Fe's got a mind of its own. They've all actually got minds of their own though, haven't they? Maybe they're running autonomous. Oh! That was a bit harsh, wasn't it? Ooh. Let's watch that again, shall we? Like Santa Fe, let's do. Must be coming up soon. God, it's only gone and turned. Did it turn about 60 degrees? Or did it just darken? We're looking at... Oh, I don't know what it did there. It might have come towards us. Anyway, and then we have... Oh, there's quite a few glitches. So this will be the end. Let's just watch Santa Fe for a little bit. It gets quite busy. Might as well keep an eye on Yucca. Got Perth as the big one, but it's quite well behaved actually. Apart from a couple of colour changes. It's quite well behaved compared to this lot. Go on Santa Fe, give us a show. Oh, Perth just there we go. Go on, Santa Fe. Do that flashing thing that you do so well. I'll give it 60 seconds and then I'll wrap it up. Not Santa Fe. Folks, it's the amount of lies that are being told to promote round. That is the smoking gun. And people believe the stuff. It's just rubbish. I mean, I don't know if it's something... Wait! Bring her back into view, please. Oh, she goes. There she goes. With all these celebrities, it's But the kids, our kids, what they're thinking, what the fuck? What we can't really talk about it. We've got to be careful what we say. Last thing we need is to get, like, I'd rather be talking about other stuff, but got to be careful, be very careful what is said about things. All right, but I'm sure there's a bomb about to explode somewhere. Something's got to go off somewhere. Look at that Perth, look at that. That's a moon, isn't it, eh? That right there. Look at that. Shot at the very same time as that yucca. Look at them. 180 degrees out. They think, well, I'm not an idiot. It's an insult to my intelligence, at least. Should be an insult to everybody's intelligence. When I saw this, I'm like, what the? I can't watch it anymore. That's from I've watched from 8:44 until 12:02. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's well enough. Just over 3 hours. All right, folks. One quick reminder. I'm just going to look at that. It's a sexy moon, though, isn't it? It's a shame it's all fabricated, isn't it? It really is. Right, I'm going to pause you and we're going to wrap it up. All right, we're outside and we are looking in. Oh shit, I forgot the photo. Pause you, be right back. All right, here we are again. Now, remember the photos? Yucca Valley in California, eh? And that is Dunedin in New Zealand. All right, top right hand corner for New Zealand, that's where the sun is shining, and bottom left for Yucca Valley in California, eh? Really? I have a laser. I'm not afraid to use it. But remember, the moon's right next to us, okay? The moon's just there. Right next to us. So, there's California, right there. Oh, it's not my hand shaking. There we go. All right. And we have New Zealand there. So, the same moon. Right? And there's Perth, just over there. There's there. And that's me. That was me screaming, shouting, this can't be! This cannot be, right? Now, the reason I'm shooting the laser at the planet, I'll see you over there. All right, I'm going to go for a walk over there. Now, opposite views, back to front, left to right, upside down. Tidally locked, folks. New Zealand doesn't see it like that, while you guys are seeing it like that. I promise you. It comes, you get it, it comes over New York, doesn't it? Comes from the east, crosses the US of A. You'll see it in the sky. It's coming from the east, people, you say. And then you see it above you. And it leaves, goes to the west. As it's going to the west, we see it in the east, and we see it above us, and it disappears in the west. Never once does it go, no. It's tidally locked. The insults to your intelligence are out of the ballpark. We are telling you We're telling you. We can't do much more than that. This is evidence of the lies that are being told just to try and make it look like it's round. Right? When we're looking at the moon if it's from a planet, right, we would all see the same colour moon. Earth's atmosphere scatters blue light, only red remains. Why is it not happening everywhere? All of Earth's sunsets go to the moon, but just not for some places. Different equipment makes different colour shades. Me colour. People, this one annoyed me because I've had to, now I've unloaded it finally, but I have had this under my skin for 2 days, right? Look, there they are. Look. Mamma mia. Oh, God. Do they know? They're sitting through it. The things they say. No, I can't. I'm going to turn it off, never to watch those people ever again. For those of you who saw this, and you were ever so glad it was being aired for you, if you had clouds, you'd have been better off watching, I don't know, something logical. You listen to these people, they are taking the Mickey Mouse. You are not being able to differentiate between science and magic, or science and horseradish, or science and bullshit. It's just this relentless drive to make everybody stupid, and it's working. All right, folks, peace. I will be back.